welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. And wait, if you haven't subscribed yet, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to do that. So your time starts now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I look hella cute today. Okay, so time's up. Before I get right into the video, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that took their time to support me. It was great. Oh my god, the feedback was so positive. So positive. I wasn't expecting that much positive feedback, but then it was so great, and thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it all. So today I'm gonna be talking about the pros and cons. Simply my likes and dislikes of my country. I can only talk about my country because I haven't traveled abroad. I'm just here in the Gambia, maybe Senegal, but I cannot talk about Senegal because this is where I live. This is where I grew up, and this is where I know. So I can only talk about the Gambia. So I'm gonna start with the pros, and then I'm gonna get to the cons. But then I'm not going to be okay, this is my country, so I'm gonna talk about the only good side. I'm not gonna talk about the bad side. It doesn't matter because each and every country have a bad and a good side. So do not come to me and be like, hey, you know when you could blah blah. My like can be your dislike, and my dislike can be your like. So I'm just gonna be honest. So okay, but then I'm just gonna talk about just 4 cons and 4 pros of my country, and I think that's okay because I don't want to do a long video, so whereby it's just gonna get boring. So I'm just gonna talk about 4. So let's get right into the video. The first pro I'm gonna talk about is that my country is a peace-loving country, and everyone knows that. It's 100% fact. It's a peace-loving country, unlike any other country whereby you have wars. You just walk in the street and get shot and get killed. Sometimes you even go out and be okay, am I gonna get home again? It's not like my country. My country, the peace here is intact. You go out and come back home safely. You here, you walk freely, you go back, and then you come back home safe and sound. So another pro I'm gonna talk about is the nature. The nature in my country is hella great. Look, I'm so excited because I'm talking about my country. My country has a lot of good qualities when it comes to good, something good. It has a lot. So the second pro is that the nature in my country is so great. The nature here is everything. You have a lot of places to visit, because sometimes when the season is up, we have a lot of tourists. White people who come to the Gambia and just to see the nature. That is so great. That's so great. They visit the beach and sometimes even visit the sacred places. For example, I'm gonna name Kali Crocodile Pool, and sometimes Makasutu, and even Wasu, and the place where Kunta Kinte was kept. That is so great. And by the if the tourists come in the Gambia, the Gambia makes a lot of money, and I think it's really helping the economic of the Gambia. That is so great. So another pro I'm gonna talk about my country is that we love our religion. We respect the religion. the religions are so respected, and I think as a nation, like, we really need to like respect our religion, and the Gambia has that one quality, that we respect our religion. I mean, we only have like 2 religion here, but I'm not gonna say we only, because like there are so many other religions in the Gambia, but like they are not well known. So the well known religions are Islam and Christian, and the Muslims like are more than the Christians. So but then when it is time to pray, like, you see the Muslims will head back home, or if they're home they will go to the masjid and they will pray. And when it is Sunday, like, you see the Christian dressing all nice just to attend the church. So it's great that we like respect our nature. As I mean, it's great that we respect our religion, because like respecting our religion like is literally like everything. Another problem I'm gonna talk about is the humanity in my country. I mean, it's wonderful, it's hella wonderful. In my country, you can never go hungry, neither thirsty, neither lack anything, because like when you are hungry, they give you food. When you are thirsty, they give you drink. So it's unlike any other country whereby you just have to work hard in order to like eat or to drink. In my country, like, you can eat anywhere. I mean, like, you can drink anywhere, like for free. Like, whenever you go to a compound and like, hey, I'm hungry, they're gonna give you food. I mean, they're gonna give you drink. Like, they can even give you money. So the humanity is just everything in my country. It's like so great. I mean, like, it's just so great, so great. I mean, I really love that quality about my country. So I'm going to move to the cons. Yo, I have a lot of cons in my head, but I'm just gonna mention 4 anyway. So the first con I'm gonna talk about is okay.
Really so stupid.
Sorry. The first con I'm gonna talk about is the feminist in my country is very low, very low. What I mean by a feminist is that like the mentality that we women can do whatever a man can do. So in my country, the feminist is so low, and I think like we should really look into that as much as we can, because in my country here, like, there are some female out there who are not feminists. Like, they are like, okay, they're differentiating what a man should do or what a woman should do, blah blah, and it should not be like that. You a girl, you should be a feminist, because like you should believe in yourself that whatever a man can do, a woman can do. So do not be like, okay, I'm not gonna do this. Sometimes like I did heard about like a woman driver, I guess. Like, everyone was like, hey, let me just go home and drive. And that is so crazy. I mean, like, if she's a woman, like, let her do whatever she want to do. If she wants to drive, let her drive a taxi. That is what she wants. And I think like you are in no place like to judge her. I mean, like, so it's just crazy around here. Sometimes like you want to do what a man is doing, but then like you are scared like to get judged out there, like what people are gonna think of you. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's hella crazy. So another con I'm gonna talk about is the untidiness, like everywhere. I mean, like most areas of the Gambia are so untidy. They are so dirty, very dirty, and like it's not even the government's fault, it's the citizens' fault. I mean, like we like sitting around, I don't know how to say that in the English language, but
what is your usefulness in life?
Then, whereby like you only clean your house, like you look clean, but then your environment is so untidy. I mean, like you want to look clean, like you want people to be like, okay, like she is so clean. I mean, you shouldn't like just consider your house and yourself. I mean, whenever you clean your house, clean outside, okay? There is nothing wrong with that. Like no one is gonna hate on you, or like look down on you because you just clean the outside. I mean, sometimes you even see some people like they will clean in and then they will dump their stuff outside, and sometimes they will even go to the extent of dumping those stuff on someone else's property. I mean, like, how can you do that? I mean, this is your country. As a citizen, we need to clean the country. I mean, like, we should not have other people coming from other countries and they be like, hey, the Gambia is so untidy, it's so untidy. I mean, like, it's so embarrassing, okay? Whenever you clean your house, clean the outside. Or whenever you see your people on the outside, just take it and throw it in the dustbin. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I think we shouldn't even, like, sometimes I'll be hearing like stuff like, okay, it's the government's duty to keep the environment clean. It's the citizens' duty to keep the environment clean, because sometimes the government even cleans. I mean, and then we the citizens will just go back and just untidy the place again. I mean, like, that's awful, okay? I'm even working on a project whereby I'll just engage in cleaning the environment. So if you're interested and you want to help, please contact me. So as a citizen, as citizens of the Gambia, I think like we should collaborate and like do a little bit of cleaning and clean the environment at least, or maybe sit on the media and just talk about like the bad and good thing, the bad stuff of like untidy environment, and also educate the people about the good things of a healthy and clean environment. So I know we're going to choose a clean environment rather than an untidy environment. So we should like really stand up and like be the change like we just want to see. Like, we can bring that change. Let us just not depend on the government that much. Let us clean the environment. Let us clean the environment. So the other con I want to talk about is the mentality that everyone needs to travel abroad in order to make it. I mean, that is just so sick. I mean, I think about it a lot. I mean, I think about it a lot when someone says, okay, I'm just gonna go abroad, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Why do we have people coming from abroad in order to invest in our country, and we the citizens itself cannot invest in our own country? Why is it like that? Why? We can do that. I mean, as a citizen, I think we should like try to develop our country as mom. I'm gonna edit it, so I'm gonna cut it. So what I was saying is that as citizens, we shouldn't have the mentality that we need to travel abroad in order to make it. This is our country. This is where we are from. This is where we grew up. And if we do not develop the country, who is gonna develop it for us? It is time that we change the mentality that you need to go abroad in order to make it. You can make it here in the country. Like, you have a lot of things to do in the country. I mean, the only problem is that like other people looking down on you because you're doing this, or maybe like you're a tailor, or maybe like you were that. I mean, you are not born into this world to live up people's expectation. I mean, it is you. Do what makes you happy. Do what you can do, okay? So okay, another con I'm gonna talk about is the thieves and
What is your usefulness in life?
in my country. I mean, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna say properly in order to talk about that. I mean, you cannot go out without having the fear that they're gonna take stuff from you. I mean, sometimes you even walk in the streets and like you're like, okay, I'm gonna hide my phone because they're gonna take it away from me. I mean, that is sick. I mean, it's just so whack. It's just something else. Like, it's just something else. Sometimes you even in like a car and like you're talking and like your phone is just like someone just come and take your phone away from you. I mean, that is yours. I mean, like, bro, go get a job. Like, what are you doing taking people's stuff? I mean, it's just not gonna benefit you in any way. Like, it's just so bad. So I think like it's best you just go get a job rather than taking people's stuff. I mean, like, it's just so whack that like you just have to walk in the streets and get your stuff stolen. Like, it's just so stupid, I guess. Really stupid. So that's all I have for today, and thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. But then you guys can like put in the description box, I mean, or on the comment box, like whatever video you guys want me to do next. So whichever has like the most people, that I'm gonna do that one. So thank you guys, see you in my next video.